Welcome everybody, I'm Burner. This is The Walking Dead Road to Survival, and we're going to be talking about this trio of gear collections that we have offered right now. You know, we finally made our way through the trudgingly long mega event that was, and you know, we got some free 5 stars out of it, so that's nice. But it has been a long time since we've seen anything new. Scopely's given us these sort of short-term collection that we're kind of working after. So we'll take a look at it, all the details, talk about the pros and cons of each collection, and since you guys know I'm very much into the numbers, we'll take a look at sort of the cost benefit of farming at the end of the video. Let's go ahead and jump into the details. Here we have our message for the limited time gear collections. Collect orange sodas and baseball cards to get much needed gear. And it is pretty nice. It is some pretty nice gear that they're offering. Gear collection number 1, a wool beanie or a flak for 2,500 orange soda, 2,500 baseball cards. Collection number 1, you can see 2,500 of both the orange soda and the baseball card. Will get you 1,000 museum collection nothings and this turkey bag, which always makes me think of the turkey bag. Because I think it's the first time we saw this sort of burlap sack icon, but guaranteed beanie or flak, always nice to have, sort of no matter what level you are in the game. And it looks like you can trade in 5 of those, as I'm seeing over here, 0 out of 5. Premium gear collection, collection number 2, ultra rare gear crate. So for 5,000 orange soda, 5,000 baseball cards, we'll get a crate with a random pool of ultra rare gear. Collection 2, 5,000 sodas, 5,000 baseball cards, 5,000 collection nothings, and a nice crate as advertised with ultra rare gear. Small chance at a walkie in a school bag, but you know, got a little bit of everything in there. Oddly enough, you can trade in more of the number 2 collection, 0 out of 15, so that's weird. You can trade in 3 times as much, even though it costs twice the amount of items to complete it. That's interesting. Ultra premium gear collection number 3, army walkie-talkie or a school bag. Of course, we love this one if you've been playing the game for a long time and you know, you have a nice stable of 5 stars. Any route for a walkie and a school bag is nice to see. And for 7,500 orange sodas and baseball cards, we'll be able to get that little crate as well. And collection 3, 7,500, 10,000 collection nothings, and a nice little crate with guaranteed walk-your bag. You gotta love it. If you have 5 stars, this is something you want to see. You know, a nice route to just get a couple extra walkies and bags. More than likely you'll get whatever one you don't really need, but it's always nice to have more. And for this one, we can only max out at 2. I don't really know why they put limits on farmable events like this. I mean, I feel like if you do the work, you put in the resources, let us have some more. I mean, it's not something that's really going to break the game if you have an extra 20 walkies or school bags. I mean, I don't know. I don't get the limit sometimes. Cards and sodas can be found in flash limited time event gear maps, as well as bonus rewards, crates and bags. Collection ends, as always guys, pay attention to that date, April 7th at 0200 Pacific Daylight here in the US, and then the gear map looks like it's going to end the night before that, about 5 hours before. Looks like more than likely our chances to farm are going to dry out, and then maybe they'll throw some last minute purchase opportunities at us. And of course, anything left over looks like it's going to be exchanged for supply points, but they don't really give it any number. You know, cashing in 2,500 or something like that, I don't think we'll see huge returns on supply depot points. But you know, if you don't need any of this gear, having more supply depot points, kind of depends where you're at. I mean, you probably won't get much use out of them either, because you have more than likely have a pretty nice stable of 5 stars. And you're not really looking to the depot for much to improve your team. But hey man, any way to give yourself more resources to be more competitive in any number of events is always great, so never look down on supply points. So now that we kind of looked at things, Let's talk about the pros and cons. You know, if you're just starting out in the game and you don't have a lot of 5 stars yet, definitely spend your time trying to get the flak and the beanie. Those are so hard to come by when you're lower levels, just because it's sort of harder to beat. You know, the flash roadmaps, the elite rare gear roadmap, and you know, it took me a while before I could you know, confidently get through it every time. So, you know, a free beanie or flak is definitely something to pick up. If you're a fairly new player, definitely give that some time. You don't really need to worry about the other 2 collections if you don't have any 5 stars, because there's going to be plenty of time. You need to have a team strong enough to run through the ultra rare gear roadmap anyway, and that will be an opportunity for you to pick up the walkie and the school bag. So if you're not to that point yet, don't even sweat that. You know, just pick up that flak and beanie, be more than happy with it, get something upgraded, you'll be doing fine. Collection 2 to me really has limited value because more than likely you're going to get one of the lower items, one of the persona trait items, the night vision goggles, the briefcase, things like that, much more often than you will the walkie or the briefcase. And for those of us that have enough 5 stars that you sort of need those items, they're easily farmable in the ultra rare gear roadmap. And in that one, you can specifically get whatever item you need by doing the specific stage for that item. So you get a much better return on your resources. And to me, because of that, because the ultra rare gear roadmap is so much more valuable as far as the cost of resources to the benefit of getting exactly what you want. The second collection, very limited value there. If you do have 5 stars, you're going to be better off trying to grind out and make sure you get enough for collection number 3. Collection number 3, of course, a guaranteed walkie or school bag is amazing. We'll look at the numbers next to see how it sort of stacks up to running the ultra rare gear roadmap and trying to hope for a drop. It kind of depends on what the numbers are. You know, if it's going to be easy that we can get 2 of those collection number 3s, then I think there's some value there. But if it's going to take a lot of grind just to complete one of them, again, you're going to have more value in the ultra rare gear roadmap. And I don't know if there's going to be a lot of farming value in it. But let's kind of look at some numbers for my early runs through the roadmap and farming, and we'll kind of see how they stack up. Here you can see the results from the first 21 runs I did during the orange soda map, and averaging out, it comes to 12.43 orange sodas per run. And I did have a number of baseball card runs as well, and the average on those came out to 11.46. I don't think this is really significantly different for, you know, the type of just approximation we're doing. So I'm gonna just run with the orange soda number, basically because I put the graphic together first. But you'll see the numbers come out to a point that they're not gonna be too far off. But if we take this 12.43 per turn, it basically means you're going to need to average about 202 runs of you know, the stages or of a stage to get 2,500 of the item, which, you know, comes out to, since there's 6 energy apiece, 1,212 energy to get 2,500 of the items. Now, if you divide that by your max energy, that'll kind of give you a decent idea of how many runs it'll take. If you're level 100 like I am, your energy resets at 68. So it's about 20. Obviously, it's a little bit less at my level, but 20 is a nice even number, so that'll kind of let us track things easily. And that's if you want to do collection 1 for the wool beanie or the flak jacket. Now, if you're looking at collection 2, you need twice as much, so that's obviously 40 cans. But if, you know, you're kind of where I'm at and you're more interested in that walkie and that school bag, you're talking about 60 cans to ensure 2,500 items. Now, don't forget, you need 2,500 of each, so that actually doubles our numbers, and you're looking at 120 cans to ensure yourself, on average, that you'll be able to make that completion. Now, with each initial run through of the map, you do get a good number of bonuses. The first 3 stages will initially give you a 50 bonus for completion. 4 and 5 will give you 100. 6 gives you like some sort of replenish, but then you get 275 for completing the entire roadmap. So you get 625 for each new occurrence of the roadmap. And because of that, if this is something with such high numbers of cans needed to sort of get extra, it seems like if you just do each one 4 times, which will be easy, it seems like we're going to see 2 days of the soda and 2 days of the baseball card. They are alternating right now, and they're 3 times each day. If you can catch 4 of them, 4 of each, you'll be insured of at least getting 2,500 and doing this one pool just based on the bonuses that you get through. But if you're looking at farming, it's going to be pretty costly. If you're talking about, even if we look at the low end and the chances of pulling a beanie or a flak, spending 40 cans on the Ultra or the Elite Rare roadmap will probably get you at least one more beanie or flak, if not many multiples of that. Not a ridiculous amount, but you'll probably get several. At the high end, if you're talking about running to get another walkie or a school bag, you're talking about 120 cans. I know for a fact I've never ran that many at one time on the Ultra Rare Gear roadmap, but I can almost guarantee you would get several of each for blowing that kind of resources. So as usual, it doesn't seem like the farming value is there. Actually, the biggest way to sort of maximize your resources is to catch as many instances of the roadmap as possible, because the bonuses for that initial completion are so high in comparison to the random drops you get afterward, that it's for the time that you're going to spend and the reward that you're going to get. My recommendation would be just try to catch it as many times as possible. Do at least the initial run through, and you're going to get the most bang for your buck. You're going to get the most reward for your time. Other than that, I don't see a lot of value in farming, and our numbers here don't even include how much time that's going to take to burn through all those cans. So I don't think it's a wise investment for your resources or for your time to put much into this. But if you are bored and you're just trying to maybe get to that next level, because as you can see, if you do, you're gonna get an opportunity for 6 of each item in a roadmap, and that's not going to guarantee you to get to that 5,000 mark. So if you are trying to get up to the walkie and school bag crate, you're going to need to farm, or you're going to need to purchase some of the item crates that are inevitably in the shop by the time this video gets put up. You can take a look at them. If I have time, I'll try and do a worth a squeeze on those, but it might be the best way to go if you really need this item. But as far as spending your resources, farming, it's kind of just a waste of time. Let me know what you guys think, though. Go ahead and comment below. Let me know what you think about this event as a whole. Let me know what you feel about the benefits versus time and resources needed for farming. As always, if you like, please go ahead and hit the button. If you're new and you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.